Okay, number 6. Let's hope this is the one. So the question was to give an example of intersectionality from your own life, and how did your intersecting identities influence the experience of your world, and what might be different about your life. So I chose being a woman because I feel like being a woman changes your everyday experience for sure. The reason that I think that is because I feel that women every day have to be intimidated more by things. They have to have their eyes open more than typically a man would. And another thing would be that an everyday thing is the way you dress, the way you present yourself when you walk out of the house. There's a lot of assumptions about you by the way you're presented. So for the second question, it was which topic in the classroom have you connected with the most so far? And what have you learned about the topic? So I unfortunately connected most with objectifying and slut shaming all throughout high school. I've dealt with that. I went to a high school with 3,000 kids, so, there's a bunch in there that probably aren't the nicest of people and like to drag other people down. Something that I have learned about this was the term double bind, and I never even realized that I've been in a lot of situations like that. Double bind is basically where you're given two choices, and it's like no matter which you choose, you're never gonna win. And like an example of that would be you have a girl who loves to go out, loves to party. She's more gonna have the label of, oh, she's a slut, she likes to go out and have party and probably have sex with guys and blah blah blah. Or then you have another girl that's doesn't really like to go out and party, kind of more of an introvert. You're gonna be called a prude. And it's like, you don't win, you never win. And I've experienced that a lot, where it's like I could do this or I could do that, but either way people are gonna judge me, people are gonna make assumptions about me. And it also says in what ways is the topic complicated. And the way that I think it could be complicated is like, who really knows what a slut is? Like, who are you to say that a girl's a slut because she likes to have sex? Or who are you to say that a girl is prude because she doesn't have sex? Or, it's like there's not really a definition for a slut. So for the third question, it was to find a news article about an event that happened using a key term from the course that was not directly mentioned in the article. And I decided to use the George Floyd case, and the key term would be discrimination. You read all these articles about like police brutality towards black men and black women, and facing like police brutality, but you never see the word discrimination. It's never used, even though it is clear that discrimination is what's happening. They are treated differently because of the color of their skin. They're treated differently because of their culture. I'm not gonna stutter. I'm stuttering. Okay, I'm not restarting. And okay, we're just gonna go to number 4. So for number 4 is plan for action. So one thing that we've talked about a lot is like sex education, especially in school and blah blah blah. And I think my plan to action, or what I think could really like end up helping to improve like boys and sexual violence and sexual assault and all of that, is I believe that having sex ed at a young age is important. And when I first experienced sex ed, it was boys and girls. Everyone, like, girls had their own, boys had their own. And I think that it's good because girls can learn about like kind of their more girls needs, and you're at like a younger age, and it's like at first a little uncomfortable for people, but I really think that what needs to happen maybe down the line more is that sex ed needs to be combined. And I know in middle school that I did have combined sex ed, but there was certain things that weren't exactly talked about that I think the other gender should learn about the other gender. And I think that could eventually like really help improve like sexual violence and just like have more understanding about sex and right from wrong.